Hello and welcome to the 93rd episode of the HaloEra podcast. Joining me this week is, of course, like usual, my co-host Nick. How's it going, man?
Hello, doing good.
Yeah, it's been a hectic couple of weeks. And also joining us, what seems to be becoming more and more common, is NuclearBlaze, an avid Halo Infinite player, and also my brother.
Yes, sir.
So we have both a lot and not a lot to talk about this week because there's been a lot of stuff to play this week, but there's also not a lot of like theoretical stuff to talk about, which often takes like the most time. You know, like what are they doing? Are they doing this? Are they doing that? So we'll dive right in. Actually, first I'll ask, have you guys been playing Halo this past 14 days or so?
Yeah, I've been playing it a little bit here and there.
Nice.
I've been on and off. Played a decent bit when that third-person thing came out.
Yeah, that was just last week. Yeah,
It was pretty fun. Yeah, enjoyed that.
Okay, nice. I actually have some gameplay I recorded, which I will get playing soonish. But in the meantime, let's just start talking about it. So first things first, is 20 years of Halo 2. Nick, can you believe that, man?
It makes me feel old.
Oh,
Gosh,
God.
20 years. That would have been when I started playing Halo. I'm probably not launch year, probably the year after, because my friends and stuff, one of my friends recommended Halo 2 to me when I had the Xbox, or original Xbox.
Oh, man. Halo 2. It was, I'm guessing you were too young, really, when Halo 2 came out. You were literally 4 years old, so I don't remember much of that.
I think I was older before.
It came out 2004. You were born in 2000.
Oh, wow.
So... But I remember distinctly. Halo 1 obviously came out. I played it by then. I don't think I played it at launch. I'm going to play it like 02 or 03. Either way, Halo 2 comes out, and there were two Xbox games at the time that my older brothers were super excited for, so I was excited for too, which was Halo 2 and Fable, right? Somehow Fable got this, it just got around, like people knew of this game. So we got the discs for both of them, and I remember being like, I don't even care which one I play, I just want to play like these together. Oh man.
Yeah, I remember played a lot of Halo 2, just campaign. That was really fun.
Yeah, when MCC came out, right?
No, like on the OG.
Even back in the day.
Yeah. I played Halo C back in the day, and Halo 2.
Yeah, actually, I remember that. Actually, I do remember. This guy at 4 years old, my friends were over. He's like, no, that's not how you play. That's not how you play. And he grabbed the controller and showing them how to actually play the game.
It's like an old VHS recording we have of we're at a party, and then I'm just playing Halo by myself, Halo C.
I remember the LAN parties and stuff. With, I guess, not so much Halo 2, but it would have been we played Halo 2, but Halo 3 is when we started doing the LAN parties. But
for me, my main LAN party years were Halo Reach, but that's because I could then organize them myself. I was we were grade 9, 10 in 2010. So that kind of became its thing there. But yeah, man, Halo 2. It's been 20 years. And in celebration of 20 years, Microsoft has done a few things. Actually, one thing I didn't put on the list, which they also did, which we'll talk about momentarily, but they released an Halo 2 centric operation to start off the winter update, I think they're calling it. Yeah. But they started off with a Halo 2 centric update called Great Journey, right? Which if anyone played Halo 2, that's
yeah. Yeah, big part of it. Okay. And which it is some cool stuff in it too. The when I first saw it, I was like, they made Spartans look like elites. It's
yes, yeah.
They couldn't give us playable elites, but I guess they give us the next best thing. So I was like, I really like some of the armor and stuff. So I'm gonna be probably spending next 2 years grinding through that battle pass.
Oh yeah, congratulations! They finished his first battle pass last night.
Yep. I finished season 2 battle pass.
Wow.
And stuff. It's just like, yeah, I nowadays I just get on Halo every so often. I don't play it as much as I used to. So going through the battle passes are kind of slow for me.
I was
Yeah, I
surprised
finally.
you could like click the battle pass and then go to like season 1 battle pass.
Yeah.
You can go really far back.
Yep. And they updated a lot of old ones with the coins. So like, I didn't know. Like, at
Oh,
first, like
true.
I
So
was
you
like,
get the money
oh
back.
Mm,
yeah.
yeah.
So I was like, oh man, or even the Spartan coins or whatever to like use in the store.
Oh, you're
They
saying
went
they actually
through
went
and
back
added
and
all
did
that.
upgrade them to.
Yep. Yeah. So when I
Oh,
was
that's
finishing the battle
nice.
pass, I got some Spartan coins and stuff like that to use.
Yeah,
And I was like, oh, that's like pretty cool that they went back and like updated it.
that's actually really cool. Like,
Yeah, because I was like, oh well, shoot, I'm gonna miss out on a bunch of coins because I'm doing like old content. But no,
mm,
they updated it, so I appreciate that.
that's actually super cool. Yeah, the battle pass. I mean, it's a free operation, obviously, and a lot of the really cool cosmetics are in the shop, right?
Mhm.
There are still some
They
cool
almost
stuff in
got
the
me. I
exchange.
almost bought them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost bought the Arbiter one, and then they have Ripa as well, half jaw.
Oh yeah, yeah, and obviously
Is it Ripa?
they have the Mark 6
Mhm.
armor, right, with its coating specifically for it. It looks nice. It's not as like I want to say like as immediately iconic as like CE Chief was in terms of how different
Yeah,
it looks from like modern
Yeah.
Halo.
It does look really flipping good though. I
yeah.
thought it looked really good.
No, we just got our Christmas bonuses for work, so I might
Nice.
so a little bit of it might go to getting some of those armors.
Yeah.
Another thing that happened is what I'm showing you right now. This is not old gameplay. This is not clips from 2004, 2005. This is clips from this last weekend where they had, I think it reached almost $100,000,
It was
Areeb. It
100,000. Yeah.
$100,000 prize pool, Halo 2 LAN tournament.
Wow.
And it was on original Xboxes, CRT TVs, not upres, nothing. The reason why the screen's cut like that is because that's what they see. Like
That-
all through
yeah,
LAN cable.
for all you youngins, that's how our TVs were. They were square.
Oh God. This game
I
though,
saw
man.
somewhere on Twitter where like they did some interesting things like with code to get it on OBS or something like that.
Really?
It was like
Yeah.
pretty complicated. 'Cause- Supposedly.
Yeah, because like the all the hardware and stuff so old that like because it's so outdated, it's hard to get into like certain kind of capture stuff or like even into a modern computer.
That makes
Like,
sense.
to like there is no HDMI. So you didn't have really an HDMI splitter that you can, you know,
Yeah, you're right. It
parse
wasn't
the
even
signal.
HDMI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like
And then
Yeah.
there's no observer either, right? So they're just going from people's POV.
Wait.
So it's
Oh,
yeah.
interesting. So
They
they
have
just have it rigged where they have
everyone's
every single person capturing.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's a pain in the butt.
It's really interesting though, because I think that means they could probably go back if they want to see like old POVs, right?
Yeah, yeah, you're right. That means
Yeah.
they've captured probably every single person's
yeah.
POV for the entire tournament.
Yeah.
That's really
Man, this is
interesting.
insane though. The Stormy guy, like, was probably like the best player. He's not even OG. Like, I think he came out like 5-ish years ago. But he
Really?
was like, he
And
was like,
playing Halo 2.
yeah, I know. He won that. It was worth it, I guess. Him and
Yeah, it
Gunshot.
was. Got a
Him and
Yeah.
decent chunk of
Gunshot.
money.
Yeah, he won the FFA too.
Really? Oh, Stormy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Stormy, yeah. And then he won this with his team. Gunshot. Gunshot's an OG, I think.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. And of course, you see Lunchbox playing.
Yeah.
Roy sounds familiar too. While she was
Lunchbox
playing
and
too.
Roy are the twins.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, that's what. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Dang, it
While
kind
she
of
was
sucks. They
playing
got
too.
3-0 right in the finals.
These guys didn't even make it to finals.
Oh, this
Washi.
isn't even finals right now. This is just
Yeah. I think it's
winners. Oh, this is winners final. Ah,
oh, this is winners finals. Okay, okay.
yeah, yeah. Did LVT win the whole tournament?
Yeah, they won 3-0 or 3-1. I think it was 3-0.
Hmm. So I guess the
I think they've been
youngins
practicing for
youngins
longer.
take it.
Well, I think just because they were practicing longer. I think most of the players on that team are OG, like they're pretty old.
That makes sense. Yeah, yeah, fair enough. But yeah, that was just another part of the Halo 2 celebration. And then of
HCS
course,
gave 25K for the prize pool as well.
yeah, That was
or
really nice.
343, or sorry, Halo Studios.
Halo Studios, I guess. But what do you HS? I mean, there's got to be like a quicker way of saying that, right?
Yeah, probably HS.
Yeah, maybe just
Yeah, at that
HS.
point, it's the Halo Studios. I mean, it's not that much.
Yeah.
It's not too much different.
Yeah, you're right.
Almost the same effort.
But it's weird. It's like I'm talking about Halo. I don't want to say the word Halo while I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, it was a whole lot easier to say. Hey,
343. It sounded nice too. I'm not gonna lie. Easy rolls
Yeah.
off the tongue. That was a great name. Whoever picked that, that was a fantastic, fantastic choice. Okay, all right. Moving on. My gameplay's copying. I'll be switching over to it momentarily.
All right.
But next up on the list is still Halo 2 centric stuff. So alongside this update, they also released a new playlist called Delta Halo, which is the Halo that you play on or you go to in Halo 2. And it's interesting. Areeb, how much of this playlist did you end up playing?
I haven't played this one yet.
At all?
Yeah, not at all. The classic one, right?
Yeah, the classic one.
Yeah.
The playlist
just
is
one with the new gun.
Avenger. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. The
Okay,
MA5K
yeah.
Avenger. Oh yeah, there's a new gun. This playlist is Halo Infinite, but there's no sprint, no clamber, no increased jump height, and a couple of other things. Player collision, and one other thing that I'm forgetting off the top of my head.
There's a couple maps that we didn't play on. I played on a lot of it, and I only ever played on while I was playing by myself. I only ever got Truth, and I was like, "Oh, this must just be the only map."
Oh no, there's 7 maps, and some of them.
Yeah, I mean, when we played the other night, we got.
We had that Wizard remake, right? Were you playing me with that? But there's all cracked up. No, I think I was playing with Tavish.
We had Lockout, which at first I thought it was Guardian because it's in the style of Guardian.
Yeah.
And I was like, this isn't how Guardian's laid out. and then we did Truth, and then Sanctuary.
Yes. Oh yeah, and Sanctuary played surprisingly well. Not gonna lie, I didn't like it in Halo Reach, but it plays pretty well to Halo.
Yeah, I have historically never liked Sanctuary in any edition, any remake, whatever, but it was fine. But also, like, we were talking, so it was just kind of just playing and talking. I didn't really pay too much attention to the map, but,
which is okay.
So
really quick, I'm kind of curious what your guys' takes on this is. I'm sure we've talked about it before in this podcast, but with the arbiter looking armor and the elite looking armor, another hot topic once again amongst the community is playable elites, right?
Yep.
That's one of the most requested features, I want to say, off like the really vocal fans. Not necessarily like the majority of fans, but at least the vocal, definitely. Do you guys think Halo Studios does something with it with the next Halo game?
I think maybe with the next Halo game.
Definitely not Infinite. There's no chance for that.
Yeah. I think it was originally in the pipeline.
Really?
For Infinite. Yeah. Because they know it's something that people want.
Yeah.
It's just like it's something that they couldn't deliver right away. So it was one of those things that they just kind of kicked the can down the road.
Yeah.
But I think it was just. It wasn't like really even official talks of like, hey, we're gonna do this like, in 2 years we're gonna release playable elites. No, it was like one of those things that was just like people want this, and we'll try to give it to them, and then but yeah, so I think that they might go that route, especially if they're gonna have more, or if the studio, I'm guessing, might get bigger, or
at least outsource more, even more.
Or maybe not even bigger, but like I think what they'll do is they'll have the team kind of swap from like, hey, you're doing this Halo game now. Yeah. Oh, it's released. Okay, now you guys can switch to this one. Yeah. And they'll kind of go back and forth.
Yeah, that makes sense.
While there's like, teams supporting those or starting the process and stuff, others. Anyways, that's for them to figure out. But I think that given that new direction that the studio is going to go, I think it's more likely that we might see playable elites. If not like playable elites in a game, then maybe it'd be cool to kind of have a Covenant focused game, or like an elite focused game or something like that.
I didn't think of that.
Like something from like their kind of perspective, that'd be pretty sweet. Like maybe not even going back to the orbit, like maybe now and stuff with it being split and kind of like rebuilding and stuff like that. I don't know. It'll be interesting. Explain the lore. That's why I really hope they do. But that's getting a little bit off topic.
Yeah, I wonder if they will. I don't think they will, but I guess we'll see. The thing is, like, it's like requested by a lot of people, but it won't make people play the game more. Like, it'll be like, oh, hype! They finally added playable elites, but
And that's it.
the people
Yes, it's just
asking for it,
yeah.
yeah, the people asking for it aren't like they don't want it.
And the
Like,
people
they're just asking
that
for
are
it.
asking for it will be the people where it's like 2 months later, why don't we have more gear for it? Why don't we have more cosmetics for it? Why don't we have more variation for it? I can't believe
Yeah.
you only gave us playable
It-
elites.
if they do make it, then I think the best way that'll get implemented is if there is like say like a Halo 2 style game where it's like you're going in and like part of the mission stuff is you play as elites or something along those lines. I think then we'll probably see it, but then again, I don't know if they'll go that route because if I remember correctly, when Halo 2 first did that, it was pretty like split.
Dude, like people were pissed. They're like, what the hell
Yeah.
is this? Why am I playing not Master Chief? I'm playing some dumb alien?
Yeah. But I think now that they kind of like established the story and stuff a bit more and Arbor is a bigger part of it.
Yeah.
I think people might be a bit more receptive to it.
There'd be little chance of if they make elites playable in the multiplayer, they'd probably add an aspect of it in the campaign too, right? Assuming they're still connected.
Yeah. Maybe.
I got my gameplay showing. This is the Ascension remake, and it looks incredible. Like
it does.
Goddamn, top notch to this team. But yeah, no.
I think if they add it to multiplayer, so one of the reasons too why we didn't really see it a lot before is they drastically changed how elites look and made them a bit more to the lore in some aspects.
Yes. Like in Halo 2 and 3, the elites were what like scrunched down, right? In the multiplayer wise.
Yeah, they were basically they kind of redid it. It went back to it in Halo Infinite, but they're like scrunched over and stuff, so that way their hitbox and everything is closer to that of a Spartan's.
Yeah.
But in reality, elites are at least 1 or 2 feet taller than Chief.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
maybe they do it reach style, which I think would be a good compromise for a lot of people. Where it's like it plays elites, but it's limited to one mode, and it's like playing as elites is part of that mode.
Yes. I like kind of what they did with that because it allowed them to have bigger elites, the bigger, essentially character, and still keep it like balanced and fair and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess like they won't do this, but kind of what World of Warships does is if you are a certain class of ship and stuff, it makes the teams even. So like everyone's kind of the same, goes against the same tier of ship.
That makes sense.
So it's like if someone had it for an elite, it's like, oh, if someone plays an elite, then they'd have to fill the other slot on the other team with an elite, so it's fair.
Yeah, that'd be.
But that's that would be, I think, complex and
also, you know,
probably would not do
that. Dude, these days, it's not about just fun, right? Well, you could argue what's in the back either. It'll be people will find either at least will be GA'd, or people will figure out which of the two are easier or harder to hit, and they'll just play those only.
Yep. I mean, that's why like a lot of people in Halo 2 it was harder to get headshots on the elite.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that. I was like, oh, I get to play an alien, sweet.
Yeah, straight up.
You're being it so you can't get headshot. And it's like, I didn't know that. Like, shoot better. I don't know.
Skill issue.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, Areeb, any thoughts
on the elite thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really see them doing it, but maybe, right? Because they'll please people. But yeah, people even like casuals will always just play like what's better, right? Like if it's harder to hit the head, then
oh man, dude, I swear this is my first match I played with this new playlist. No clamber. It took me a while to get used to. I fell to my death a few times.
Yeah, I see that.
But yeah, gameplay's up. This is the new playlist, which of course has the new weapon.
It should be BR and new weapon start though. Like this looks a little bit annoying. Or
It's
Bandit.
only new weapon start. Bandit I picked up.
Yeah, I don't like the just new weapon start. They're so damn far away.
So most of these maps are really
Yeah.
small. This is the big map.
Okay.
Is the other thing.
Yeah.
Like the only other big
Yes.
map that would be Ascension, right? But there's only there's a commando right next to you to pick it up if you want it.
Because you can
Yeah,
play with
like
the BR and the new weapon, and the new weapon's still better at close
That's
range.
someone else's BR skin. It looks sick. The heck? When did I pick this up?
yeah, this this map is probably twice as big as what you would normally play on the other modes. There are other maps.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
But like even midship, like you spawn and you immediately in Halo 2, didn't people spawn with friggin' green guns? Wasn't that the default spawn? Or
Was it really?
I don't remember was it an SMG? I don't remember what the default spawn in Halo 2 was. Classic. But either way,
classic was Halo 1 was
Halo 1 is green gun. Yeah.
And then Halo 2 was SMG. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. The Avenger's interesting. It's definitely a good gun. But you can kind of tell that it's like them working around having to make a brand new weapon, because it is the assault rifle.
It's different. Yeah,
the assault rifle kind of toned down. Looks a lot like it. Sounds a little bit like it. Shoots faster. It's almost like a mod in the game itself in a way. You know what I mean?
yeah, because it's like it's basically assault rifle, but it's assault rifle plus. It's like I think it's a little bit better. I don't know. I feel like then again, I wasn't really using it back to back, so I don't know. I just like the feel of it and everything. I thought it was fun to use.
I fully agree. It's a pretty crazy spread. You need good control. And it does it's very satisfying killing people with a close range. But
Yes.
According to lore, the gun is officially like the assault rifle, the MA5, but altered a little bit. So and this is technically the first appearance of this weapon in any Halo game, even though this appeared on a book right around the time Halo 2's release.
Yeah, probably Ghost of Onyx, maybe.
Yep, Ghost of Onyx.
I can't believe I picked that out of the ether. I'm just like, oh yeah, he mentioned that. Oh, I remember seeing that on the book cover. Yeah.
Wait, so Areeb, you haven't played this gun at all yet, right?
I have, yeah. In the.
So I'm curious what you think, as someone from the more pro side or high skill side.
It's hard to tell, really. It didn't feel like that great of a weapon when I was using it. At least in Firefight, it sucked.
Oh, Firefight's terrible. It's terrible.
In BCB, it was okay.
Oh, yeah. You need to play this playlist where you play Justice Gun, then you kind of
Yeah. It felt okay. It felt like you can only really use it close range, which is good, because that's the whole point of it.
Yes. Yeah. And even
if people were mid range, I'd barely even try to engage.
In fact, at one point, I picked up a normal assault rifle and I was using that for mid range. I'm like, oh, this works.
That's better. It feels like a shoot melee gun too, because you get the melee damage really, really fast.
Yeah.
So it feels like that.
Well, which is why I loved about it, because to me, back in the day, that was the thing. It's just shoot them, run and shoot at them, and then as you get closer, hit them. That's what I would do all the time. And so when I was doing that, I was like, man, I still have it. I still am able to beat down people and stuff, because everyone's so used to just trying to shoot and everything. I'm just like, nah, you gotta do the combo.
You know how everyone's talked about how Halo is not Halo, Infinite's not Halo, or whatever. Watching that, the classic settings, it really does just look like Halo.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it helps that you're playing the same maps layout wise.
It does, yeah, but even then, it looks really similar to Halo 2.
It does. There's no sprinting, there's no sliding, there's no jumping around everywhere.
You're just keeping your gun ready as you're walking around the whole time, and
yeah,
I don't know.
It felt good. It felt very nostalgic.
We played that for an hour straight, and I didn't even feel it. I was just kept queuing up. This is fun.
I think it longer than an hour.
It was, yeah.
It's an hour and a half or something like that. Yeah.
Definitely play the playlist, right? Give it a shot. It's
okay,
good. And I think it's probably the most popular playlist right now. Other than the 1v1. Oh no, that's quick because it only needs 2 people to queue up. Yeah, that makes sense. Anyways, also released in this update is third person for the first time in a Halo game that isn't just a machine gun or a vehicle. I'm assuming all you guys got a chance to play Firefight, third person.
Yep.
What'd you think?
Yeah, I did. I definitely different. I've I was like when we were playing because they have it so when you die or even respawn or get revived or whatever,
Yeah.
it swaps out your weapons.
Yeah.
Which I was
actually,
like,
that was specifically in the Grunt Apocalypse Firefight.
no, every time. So even like the last few times when I've played,
Really?
yeah, it's like been every time. I'm just like, oh, this must be a new standard or something.
I did
Maybe
play
it's just
one
my
mode
luck with the
where I
spells,
did it.
but
I think like there's 6 playlists in this playlist or 6 Firefight modes. I think maybe 1 or 2 might be normal, and the rest are like some variant of it.
yeah, because like when I was playing, I was like, man, it just sucked because like some of the weapons that you get are just not good
Terrible.
for firefight.
Yeah, I remember
but
now,
once I
because
kind of
these ones are unlimited ammo, like the ones where you get random weapon spawns.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
had a match where I did not have unlimited ammo.
I like the better with the not unlimited ammo. Actually,
Yeah,
it was more fun having to like. It was more
Scavenge.
challenging and whatnot. Yeah.
yeah, scavenge weapons stuff. Yeah, the but it's also nice because if you just die or whatever,
If
you
you just
get
turn your
different
brain
ones,
off
but
and shoot, yeah, that's true
Yes.
too.
Yes.
yeah, and which is kind of what when I play firefight is
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
like to do. I just like to sit there and just just shoot things and when I would but the third person stuff it's a bit trippy at first because like you have to get used to aiming again.
Yes. Yes.
And it's like you would think like, oh, but if you run around with a turret, it's the same thing. That's like, nah, it ends up being a little bit different because just the speed at which you turn and everything is just
It's different. It took a few minutes, and then it did kind of just started feeling like Halo, you know?
Yeah.
The movement feels really clean. Like I'm hitting more G slides and it feels really cool.
Really?
You can see your own strafe and stuff too. It's like really nice.
And it
does look nice.
Like this, like the
it
zooming
looks
in
nice
is smooth. I want to say, like I thought maybe it'd be jarring. It's not. It's just natural, instinctive. I zoom in, I zoom out. I'm good.
Yeah, because the way they showed it at Worlds, it wasn't instant. They had
It
like a little bit of
wasn't.
a transition delay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that doesn't look good. But they just fixed it to being instant, so that's good.
I'd say the biggest issue with the mode, if I had to pick an issue, was that sometimes it can be hard to tell if your gun reloaded or not. Because a lot of the gun animations are meant for like first person view. So like your character's just doing this thing in front of him. I gotta look in the bottom right. Okay, I got the reload. Let's go.
You know, the Spartan is surprisingly big too. Like,
yeah.
Spartans are chunky.
Oh yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
sorry.
They made them all a bit more, I think, chunky in Halo Infinite. Even like I think Halo 5. But if you go back to Halo 2 and stuff, like we saw the gameplay footage earlier, Spartans were a lot more sleeker, a little bit taller and lanky. They kind of tried to make the proportions a little bit more realistic.
Yeah.
I think
my dude here is a tank, bro. Like just looks wise. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
and armor and stuff too plays a big part in it, and like what armor cores and stuff you have as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, no, it's I think it's good enough that they've now done themselves the opposite of a favor, where now it's like, hey, yeah, I kind of want this in your next Halo game too, guys. like, don't release your next game without a third person mode.
I wish you grappled that hammer in the middle.
Oh, I've totally forgot I could do that. Oh man, I'm so used to like flag where it's also actually no. This was Nick scared me off. He's like, yo, I've died so many times trying to get that hammer. No, not Nick. Who was it? Someone else.
No, I was like, I didn't play on this one with you.
Yeah, sorry. I think Tavish was saying that. He's like, I've died 20 times trying to get that hammer. I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna risk it.
If unlimited grapple.
Yeah, you're right. Oh man, I think I what's interesting is we played a firefight match yesterday to wrap it up, and I think I spent the entire game in a Banshee.
Yes.
Like literally.
I had a teammate like that once. He stayed the whole game in like a ghost or something like that.
Like there's no point of it even being third person Halo. When I'm like, well, third person feels pretty good, guys.
I know, right? Literally.
But yeah, anything else you guys want to say about third person? I mean, this is just
I feel
firefight.
like third person would like would do good for new players. It's gonna be easy for new players to get into it. Just you have to branch it out to them first, right? Or
I mean,
something.
there's a legitimate accessibility concern where a lot of people get sick playing first-person games. It's a very legitimate thing.
Yeah.
We call them ponies or Sony players, but no. Jokes aside, yeah, having this option would be a pretty big deal. Like even like
Yeah.
Avowed, the RPG coming out, a lot of times I was watching reactions. People are like, "Oh, it's first person only. Oh, I can't really play that." And then it's like, no, you can actually switch to the third person. They added that specifically, right? Even like
as I say, the issue with doing it in with Halo and not having it be an option where they can switch and stuff for like any mode is it kind of goes back to what we're talking about earlier with like elites and stuff like that. It's just like people will find what's easier to play, what gives you the most advantage.
Yes.
And one of the big things with third person is I can see around a lot of corners.
Oh yeah.
So
third person
like,
it has to be a playlist where everyone's playing third person.
Yep. Yeah.
Or it's got to be like a casual mode, like Juggernaut switching third person. That should be a core thing in every Juggernaut ever released, in my opinion, because that is super cool.
That'd be so sad.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, stuff like that I think would be sweet.
Yeah, and, I mean they gave the option to Forge, right? There were actually some Forge updates too. This update. There were now what's really nice. I can't believe it took them this long, but it's really nice. You now see who made the map and what the map's name is.
Yep. Yeah, which is great because it gives a lot of credit to people. Though I also know that a lot of people that have made the maps in the past and where it has shown like, oh, so and so made it on like matchmaking stuff.
Yeah,
they get a ton of messages.
Really,
a lot. It's like, can you help me make a map to get matchmaking stuff? Or it's like your map sucks. Like they get a lot of stuff.
That's funny.
That's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't know how much anymore because I don't think a lot of people use the Xbox messaging system as much as they used to. But I know it used to be a pretty big thing.
Yeah, it makes sense. Actually, they just recently changed the Xbox friend system again. Did you guys see that?
Yes,
I saw that. I was confused. I got like an open up the Xbox.
Yeah, they got they made it so now it's back to friends and followers. So it's not just one thing anymore. It's like, oh, you actually have friends, and then you have people who follow you.
So what does that actually change?
So in the past, when the Xbox One first came out, it was just a follower system, where it's like you followed someone, they followed you, you're friends. Now it's like, yeah, you have followers still, but there's still actual friends you have to accept as friend requests now.
Okay.
And you can limit your profiles. Who can see my followers? Only my friends.
How does that change how it was from before? Because wasn't it also like that before too?
No, before it was only a follower system. There was no way to add a friend. You could just add. You could just follow people.
Okay, but if you didn't follow them back, then they wouldn't be able to see.
Yes, you could still restrict things. Yeah.
You can still restrict things. So it's just a different name, basically.
Yeah. They kind of split it out again. So like I said, it like before. They, I guess, not really split it out. They just made it more clear. So now when you do it, it's like it's very obvious. It's just like, okay, these are my friends. Like these are people who have added me back and stuff. And then these are my followers, or these are people who haven't added me back, or like who I'm following and stuff like that. So it just makes it a bit easier because before it was kind of hard to tell. At just like a quick glance.
Yes. In fact, right now on Xbox, I'll open it up. It's like, hey, these are all the people following you that you don't have added as a friend.
Yeah, I was confused by that.
Yeah. So those people that just followed you.
Friend manually?
So then those people that are just following you, right? And now it's like, oh, do I want them added as a friend? Do I want them to appear my friends?
Oh, so you can follow them and they can follow you, but you guys don't have to be friends.
Yeah, but now it's back to the friend system.
Yep.
Okay.
Where you can choose to add them. Which is nice.
Yeah, because when I was bigger in the community, and even like a long time ago and stuff, I would have people just like follow me and stuff like that, and just like, and then I'd be like, oh, that's good. I don't have to add you back.
Right.
It's like I already have to deal and hang out with too many people. It's like I'm already trying to find time to hang out with my actual friends.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so I'm like, it'll just make it a little bit easier.
You know, this surprised me too. I have a shotgun, and the reload animation, the Spartan goes to like the side of their wrist, at their waist, and grabs like an ammo pack from there. And it's like you're always first person, so I guess they added animation in case other people are watching you while you're reloading.
Yes.
You know what I mean, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they added it. Yeah, pretty sure for when people are just watching you, so that way you can, if someone reloads, they make it so well, even if you think back to like machinima and stuff like that, and just by footage, it's like they want to have all those motions there.
That makes sense. In a way, third person, or not third person, but like not first person, has been a big part of Halo for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
If you go back to machinima and like recording people nodding their heads and things like that, like
because theater mode and all that,
yeah,
you just ran into stickies.
Dude, these guys, I'm like, these guys are so easy, and then just I think I died like 3 times this game. Oh man.
Not that they've been suicide.
I guess while we're talking about the update, there have been some sandbox changes too. Thrust got such a huge nerf. Holy crap! I used it like 30 minutes ago. I'm like, what the hell is this? It lost me the firefight.
What got huge nerf?
Thrust.
Yeah, I know. It feels pretty trash right now, I can't lie.
Like straight up. Like, so what they did with thrust now is when you thrust, you now can no longer shoot. Your aimer is gone, and you can only move with thrust. And then when you land, then you can shoot again.
So they're trying to make a reminiscent from Halo 5. Is what their goal was.
But this thrust lasts a lot longer than Halo 5's, right? It's a bigger...
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, the only thing they had to fix was, like, it not breaking the game, which I guess was too hard of a fix.
Yeah, it could be.
Like, I don't know. Like, why is it breaking aim assist? Like, I don't know. I don't get that.
It's straight up.
Yeah, it's weird bugs.
I think they're also buffed or nerfed the commando a little bit and buffed the reload speed of the sniper. I don't remember. There's some small.
Oh, they're on there? Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, the best commando.
Needler.
Needler still kills if you're within a certain distance.
I don't know why Needler is.
Yeah, right up in their face.
I don't know why Needler is not in more like competitive maps. Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's really not that broken.
Yeah, it's not that strong. It should be in more maps.
Yeah, not gonna lie.
It's just an Aarsal, I think.
In third person feels good. Like some guns just. I want to play the Halo campaign in third person. That'd be really cool. I wonder if there's a way to glitch my way into that somehow.
That would be pretty cool.
I doubt. Yeah, because they completely separated. That ended up being a lot bigger deal than we. I mean, we called it in the podcast, but like separating in the campaign and the multiplayer, I think is like the precursor to all of these changes and updates.
Yeah, because all the technology's there. I mean, I talked about it before on the podcast that the tech and the rigging and stuff for third person camera was there, and obviously because of the turrets and stuff, but just in general, just how the camera system works and it's built in Infinite. That's why I was like talked about for a while, and I'm surprised that they did. I honestly forgot about it until they talked. We're like, hey, it's coming out. And it's like, oh yeah, I remember us talking before that we can do that. Like, I would say almost immediately, but pretty early on, because that's how they do all the campaign cinematics and stuff like that.
Sorry, really quick. Anorexic in chat asked, did you guys see the Machinima late night talk show studio I made for Infinite? Feel free to use it. I have not seen that. I'm kind of curious now about it, because there have actually been some surprisingly fun like Machinima stuff with Halo Infinite.
Did you post it Infinite on the forum? Did you you should put it in the Discord as well, in the Forge chat.
Oh yeah, man, I don't use the forum at all. For those watching, we have a Discord and a forum. I'm completely off the forum.
And are you talking about the forum or on the actual like ForgeEra website?
Oh yeah, you're right. Infinite thread in the forum. No, it's probably out. Probably the actual forum. I have not checked that forum in so long. I'm technically a mod on it too. Just not checking.
Yeah.
I prefer the more instantaneous talking. But okay, all right, moving on.
I haven't checked the ForgeEra website in a while. I should get that updated more with spotlights.
Alongside this update was finally, after friggin' who knows how long, new rank maps. Right, when was the last new rank
Yeah.
map? Rig, I guess. Okay, sure. I
No,
guess.
no, no. Oh, was it Rig? Yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah.
was Rig. Yeah,
Or was it Forbidden? No, Rig,
it was
Rig.
Rig. It was Rig. Forbidden's in ranked. Oh yeah, it is. Of course. Yeah.
Yeah. They took out Argyle. They put in Midship and Fortress, or Inquisitor and Fortress.
Yeah.
Oh, he said it's on the official Infinite thread on the gaming forum.
Uh,
Hmm.
we have so many places where things can get put.
Yeah, straight up.
Because I'm able to look at the Discord.
Oh man, my I was gonna talk about it a little later, but wait no, there. Does it not work? Damn. I recorded. I played one 1v1 match, and it was flipping intense, and I recorded it. Sadly, the recording didn't work. Sad days. Sad days. It's because I shut my Xbox
Ah.
down rather than the recording. Ugh, rookie mistake.
And our ex said that he posted a link, but he's playing Infinite right now.
That's funny. Okay. Moving on. The two new rank maps. Have you played them yet?
Yeah, I played them.
What do you think? Let's start with Fortress, which is an original map, 3-lane, right? CTF match.
Initially, I thought it was.
Okay.
I didn't like it that much because you spawn and like you're fighting people right away.
Yeah.
But that is how a lot of older Halo games play too, like Midship and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think it is. It's like action heavy for sure. It's not like Argyle. It's like you're in the fight right away, pretty much. I think it was. I need to see how it plays in actual like pro play and watch them play it.
Yeah. I mean, is it only CTF or are they playing other modes on it?
It has
too?
Slayer on it too, technically.
Okay.
Yeah.
For those watching, the one on the right is Fortress, the one that looks like a medieval times map, and Inquisitor is a remake of Midship. What do you think about Inquisitor? Midship, does it play
I think it played
well with
pretty
Infinite?
well, honestly. It's just like you had a lot of performance issues on it, so that was
Yeah.
kind of annoying. But I do think it plays pretty well. But like G sides are going to be really OP on it. Like flag words are going to be even faster, like really
God, yeah.
fast.
I've seen some of the G-Slide videos, and they're like sliding off the friggin' tiny little ledge, and then just sliding across the entire map, like just. Ugh.
Yeah, yeah.
Does Fortress have snipers
2.
on either end?
Yeah,
And is it overshield or is it?
overshield.
Okay, that's interesting. Dang, a lot of
I
people. are playing Inquisitor.
like that, but like I don't know. One thing, like when you spawn, it feels like you're getting shot right away. So
Mm.
that kind of sucks.
Yeah, and yeah, but that is older Halo in a lot of ways.
100%,
Even Midship, right?
yeah.
You're right in front of 4 guys. Even
Yeah.
Aquarius, I guess
You
that's where
spawn
you
into
listen to
plasma
Midship.
nades. You
Yeah.
spawn into plasma nades.
Oh my god, yeah. That's a weird part. Inquisitor. Do you think they're gonna keep plasma as a starting grenade in that?
Yeah, I think they are because you spawn with it. You spawn with 2 plasmas. They might change it to frag nades though.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, I'm curious if they change it. Well, either way, 2 new ranked maps, which for anyone who plays ranked is nice because it's ranked has been really stagnant. A lot of the game has gotten updates here and there with like Forge stuff and new maps and like there's 10 ride playlists and these playlists, and so you're playing different things. Ranked, you've been playing the same goddamn like 15 maps for 3 years, 4 years, 3 years.
I mean, it's always hard to like get ranked maps. So like because they usually rely on the Forge community heavily for ranked maps.
Yeah, 100%.
But the downside of that is a lot of Forges make 4v4 maps. It's just the most common kind of thing to play. And trying to make stuff that's like, oh, this is designed for stuff, but then when it goes through the trials for ranked players, they want it like so much different. And so it's a very long process typically.
That makes sense. And performance ends up being like if a new map in casual mode comes out and your frames drop a little, who gives a crap, right? In a ranked game, people are like, okay, we need this to be perfect, right? Speaking of Areeb, why was the Xbox set to 60 FPS, man? I'm so what the heck?
It's always set to 60 FPS whenever you unplug it for some reason. It's weird.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's annoying.
I think that's what it is. Like, because every time I get it, I have to switch it back to 120 as well. It's weird. I don't know why.
But yeah, there's a new rank map. Also to kind of commemorate the 20th anniversary of Halo 2, the infamous Halo 2 demo is now playable on Steam because it requires a mod, and Xbox doesn't have mod support for MCC. But it's out there. You can download MCC if you have it. Attach the thing, play the demo. I think it's literally only like 10 minutes long, and like half that's cutscenes. This is a video from a YouTuber. Sorry, just gonna double check his name. XX Barth XX uploaded 4 days ago. This is the demo. Not gonna lie, as a kid, this demo didn't. I don't think I was like tuned into gaming when this demo came out, so it's not like doesn't hold a big place in my past with Halo. You know?
Because I don't remember it, because like I said, I didn't know about Halo until after it released.
Yeah,
and my friend
in
elementary school talked to me about it. But I remember like seeing it at the studio and stuff like that. Because they were trying to. It was on. They only had. I think I've told this story before. And because they've told it on their streams and stuff as well. Is that there was one original Xbox that was a dev Xbox that someone had. That like one of these developer stuff had for like years, or it was like locked away something. But anyways, it had the only remaining original code of the demo.
Really?
And so they had to get it off of there without messing it up.
Yeah.
When they got it off of there, a lot of it was corrupted and stuff like that. So they had to rebuild a lot of it. And so they had to, get old tools and stuff. It's like, let's see, to put in perspective, I think when they first started talking about it, it would have been when I was at the studio. So it would have been about at least 5 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And stuff. So
that's crazy. That's a long time ago.
So yeah. And they just now got the like a 10-minute long version of it playable.
Yeah, I didn't realize they've been working on it or considering to work on it for that long.
Yeah, because they wanted to try to preserve and show a lot more of that stuff.
Yeah.
Because there was some like there was the E3 level and stuff too.
Yeah.
Or that E3 demo. That was kind of the original one, I think.
You mean the like the original Halo CE demo?
I think that was no, that wasn't on there. It was the. It might have been this. It was an E3.
Yeah, the Halo 3 2. Yeah.
So and it was so buggy. I remember hearing the stories originally when they were talking about this. So this wasn't what I heard at the studio, but like when you hear the documentaries and stuff of the old Bungie team talking about stuff, is that the E3 demo was so buggy that they had to choreograph every movement. So yes, it was live, but they had to make sure that they didn't accidentally turn one way too soon because it would crash. So it's like if they looked at something wrong, then the whole thing would crash. So they were doing a live demo with basically a freaking hand grenade that could like blow up anytime if they just twitch funny.
That's crazy. That's like tension inducing, like please don't break, please don't break, please don't break.
Yep.
God, and built by a bunch of kids really in like their late 20s, early 30s, like.
Yeah.
But for those curious, those who grew up with it, check it out. I imagine it's probably cool if like you grew up with this, because like in terms of just watching it now, I mean, it kind of just looks like Halo 2 gameplay, like.
Yeah, the I wanted to bring up earlier too when talking about the Halo 2 LAN party and stuff. At the studio, we had kind of when they found the old stuff or whatever, they managed to get an old CRT TV, and they had it set up in the near the cafeteria, kind of like in our like studio like gaming area. And so like you could actually just play the original Halo 2 on a CRT TV with the original Xbox and stuff like that, which was like pretty cool. And they had that that's just like one little factoid of studio life.
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay, we're nearing the end of the topics. They just yesterday they added a 1v1 combat workshop mode. I played it. I recorded some footage because I won the match and it was pretty intense, but friggin' corrupted. But it's interesting. It's
Right.
first to 5 kills. First to 3 rounds. You need to win 3 rounds, and there's 5 rounds total.
Interesting.
And each round you spawn with a different weapon.
Oh,
I don't know if the weapon spawns are like uniform. Like for me, it
Random.
was bandit, stalker, BR, assault rifle, and mauler were my 5. But then the kind of annoying part is like there's power weapons that spawn in the map too. But after you kill someone, you both die, so you can only use it for like 1 kill. But like
oh, okay.
the guys playing against, bro, the hammer spawns. I'm like, okay, clearly no one's gonna pick up the hammer, bro. Like, come on, like it's the hammer. Like we're playing a 1v1 here. Clearly we're both trying to sweat, right? Guy picks up the hammer and smacks you. I'm like, are you kidding me, dude? Like, it was pretty fun. It was close. It went to game 5, around 5 for us.
It's not third person, right?
What's
It's
that?
first person.
First
Oh,
person.
that-
First
it's
person. Yes.
Okay, okay.
And the map is interesting. In fact, it starts third person, and then you kind of go back in. It a little reminiscent of Breakout from
Breakout.
Halo 5. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Worth a shot. Give it a shot. I actually just asked John. I'm like, yo, let's do it. 1v1. I mean, though that's why I needed that game, sir. This controller here,
Oh.
because I'm like, I'm playing 1v1. I gotta be able to aim. Like, I can't not aim. But yeah, for those listening, if you want to see a 1v1 with John, who talks a lot of Halo, but can he back it up? Can he back it up? I don't know. Let's see. And myself, then 100%. And give me a second. It's pretty cool. Give it a shot if you're curious. It's in Combat Workshop, which means it'll probably come back to the Games Reveal playlist soonish. I'm guessing they're working on it. I'm posting your picture, Nick, that you sent to me because it looks super
Oh,
cool.
okay. Yeah.
And Nick just sent me this picture like 5 minutes ago, saying his friend 3D printed
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, my friend just posted that in my friend's Discord and stuff, and I didn't tell him that I was gonna put it up on stream, but
Okay. Well, you sent it to me. I'm like, hey, clearly we got to put it up.
yeah, I figured you might do it, but I'm like, yeah, it's fine. No one knows who he is, so he'll never watch this. But yeah, so I need to try to talk him into printing me off one of those. He actually printed me off. Hold on, let me grab it.
From what I've heard of 3D printing, it's just a lot of sanding. Like you print the parts because these are all like small parts individually printed and then put together.
Yeah. Isn't that weird sending something that's
This
not
is-
like what?
Straight out.
he printed off for
Ooh,
me.
that looks sick.
So I need to sand it and everything because
Okay.
it's. But yeah,
That looks
it's,
really
full
cool.
size.
And you can paint it and stuff too. Whoa, damn.
So it doesn't have a trigger, but
Wait, Nick, how tall are you?
5'10".
5'10"? Okay, all right. So
So,
I was gonna say if you were
average
like 6
Marine
something, bro, you
size.
gotta cosplay as a Spartan for sure, man.
Yeah, no, but it's it's pretty cool. Next to my next to my Nerf weapons back there.
Oh, makes sense.
But yeah, he keeps on every time he comes over, he's bugging me. He's like, "You haven't painted it yet," and I'm just like, "I don't have time." It's like I want to paint it, but I want to do it right. Like, yeah, I can just blast it all gray.
Yeah, and I know
But-
exactly what you mean. I actually dressed up for the first time, really, like last weekend. A friend of mine turned 30 because all my friends turned 30 this year, and he was hosting like this Lord of the Rings theme party. So I have a full sword that I got my brother-in-law a while back, and then I got like a cloak, and I got like a friggin' sheath in the back, and it felt pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, dressing up feels kind of fun. Maybe I might try it again, make like some marine gear or something. You know?
Oh, there was I can maybe tease the one other topic real quick because I haven't. It'd be a fun little segue thing, but so I have this too.
Oh, that's cool. It's an actual
Yeah.
Nerf gun, right?
Yeah, Nerf gun, but it's the shotgun, and guess what? Might be leaked.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
Sure.
For those listening, this is some leaks coming in. If you don't want to watch leaks, don't keep listening. But it's not a big deal. Basically, that shotgun.
We call that a segue.
Yeah, that's a great segue.
Yeah, right.
That shotgun that we saw a while back.
You have the
Uh,
recording for it, right? Or the video for it?
I actually do, and I'm debating showing it. Yeah, what the heck?
And we usually don't
Oh,
show
okay.
leaks too much. I mean, like we can,
It's Halo
but
Infinite, man. The leaks are just like good things for the game right now, where it's like, ooh, that's cool.
yeah.
The shotgun was originally leaked way back. I think like a year ago, maybe even a year and a half ago. And I kind of lost hope of it releasing because it was kind of unfinished looking and blah blah blah. And then the Avenger comes out, and when the Avenger came out, I still didn't have hope because I'm like, oh, the Avenger's clearly just like an assault rifle, and then like cut down, same audio, blah blah blah. But then no, the shotgun is got some updates, and it's I think you can glitch it into Forge right now, or it was for like a
Really?
current build. Yeah, because people are literally just in Forge using it.
Oh, I haven't seen this actually.
Yeah, actually, I've only seen a few
Oh,
clips on
let's
Twitter
see.
of this. But from what I've
That,
heard, it has had a few changes in its animations.
oh,
It's
yeah.
been updated a little bit.
I remember that.
Yeah.
It looks kind of familiar, actually.
Double
If it
barreled
was an
shotgun.
old thing,
Ooh,
yes.
that real
So it was
animation.
double barreled, and it kind of has a hammer on the end of it.
Yes. Gravity
So,
hammer. Yeah.
so I feel like I know they wanted to do a double barrel shotgun, because it was going to be a brute weapon.
Yeah.
Because we were like, oh, that's that seems very brute, like double barrel shotgun
Yes,
thing with
of course.
the
Yeah.
hammer on the end, yeah. And because like at the time people were like, oh, we're turning into Doom. We have a
Yeah,
grapple hook thing and a double barrel shotgun. Yeah,
That's
so
funny.
yeah.
Oh dang! You see that melee? Oh flip!
yeah.
Oh flip! Okay.
It could be like a mythic weapon or something like that, like a
Yeah.
Halo 5
Yeah.
build.
Yeah. I mean, if honestly, this could show up in rank too, man. Just make it a power weapon, 4 shots.
That'd be cool. And hopefully they complete it. I mean, they've people have spawned in the old dark matter, or not dark
The
matter,
Falcon.
gravity weapons. They've spawned in those before. So it wouldn't surprise me if it's one of those things that just never gets released because it just was never slated.
But
It's
I
not
think
balance, all that.
what people are kind of looking at is that it is getting slight updates. Like
Yeah.
they are working on it, and they did release
Oh, okay.
a new weapon, right? So now the hope is kind of there, and they've 343's kind of been Halo Studios has kind of formerly known as 343 have kind of been kind of slowly hyping up the coming updates in a way where they're like there's winter update, spring update, summer update. So if they can get this working, and this is the weapon that comes with like the winter the spring update, right? That'd be cool. Oh
Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously.
Speaking of Halo and play time, I actually kind of wanted to check. The Wayback Machine, the latest it has is October 9th. But on October 9th, Halo Infinite was, I think, the 31st or the 30th most played game on Xbox in USA, which is where it's kind of been lately. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yes. Right now, it is currently 26. So it's moved up.
Okay. Moving up in the world.
Yep. I mean, it was a
Yeah,
relatively
I
big
just checked
update.
Steam. It's 4.4K, which is good because
Yeah.
before the update it was 2.8, 3-ish.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That makes sense. And the update is genuinely fun. Like that playlist, I could just sit and play it for a while, especially if I have like talking with friends. Like
Yeah, and the third-person one is really fun too.
third person one is. It's just I realized I can't alternate between them because I need like some kind of like adjustment period when I start
Yeah,
playing third person.
True.
But yeah, it kind of looks like they have a fair bit of stuff in the barrel, pun intended. It's Halo Studios. This will be their first year that's coming up. Branded as Halo Studios. This is technically the first update to the game as Halo Studios. I do agree with Rock on Twitter where it's like Halo Infinite is a 343 product, in my opinion. But if they keep adding and updating to it, maybe it won't be.
Yeah. And I think it definitely will. They would need to do a lot of updates and keep it going for a long time before people kind of forget that it was a 343 product.
I still think there's a break. There's a break in case of low player count that they could do. Speaking of, actually, this is today. An interview came out with Phil Spencer in Bloomberg, where he was asked, he's like, "Are there any red lines to your multi-platform strategies?" Right? And he's like, "No, we don't think there's any game that's like could never release in somewhere else. Like we're looking at it case by case. We'll consider here, there, blah blah blah."
Interesting.
Yeah, he's technically already said this like months ago that people didn't realize, but he reiterated it again.
Yeah.
So Phil, if you're listening, bring it to PlayStation, man. Just announce it at TGA, TGS. No, TGA, sorry. TGA. TGA, be like, Halo is coming to PlayStation for the first time, and suddenly you get like 5 million new players playing a game that's genuinely pretty good right now.
I saw on PlayStation that that scalpers are having trouble selling the new console.
No,
because
really?
it's still in stock. And the article was like, people are like, let's play the world's smallest violin.
Straight up.
Because scalpers can't sell the consoles.
There was a certain journalist, I'd say he's decently well known in the gaming sphere, who was like, "Oh, it'll sell out. Them TikTok kids, they'll buy this thing in a heartbeat." I'm like, bro, no.
Yeah.
What? TikTok kids? Who do you think these guys are? They're all on PC streaming. And then since then, I've been checking every day, every week, where it's like still in stock at Best Buy, still in stock at Walmart, still in stock, and no one wanted this thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they like made it like the same price and for like less or something. I don't know. There was something about it that like
it was still
when
expensive.
I first heard about
it's
it,
like $200
Yeah.
more. It doesn't come with the digital. Doesn't come with the friggin' disc drive. Doesn't come with the vertical stand.
Yes, that's what it
Like,
was.
Yeah,
It was like they made it more expensive and it had less features.
I legitimately
it's
was
like,
planning on upgrading.
How
it.
stupid are you?
Straight
I'm
up,
sorry.
literally. Like I was planning on upgrading. I have a PlayStation 5. I play it once every 4 months when a PlayStation game comes out that I want to play. And I'm like, sure, I'll play those at better fidelity. Why not, right? But then I'm like, dude, even if I sold my PS5 for $500 Canadian, I have to spend $600 on top of that to buy it.
That's insane.
I know. It's insane. I did end up getting the 2 terabyte Xbox. But even then, that's just because I usually cycle my console like 3-4 years in, where I sell the one I have, and I just get another one to kind of refresh things a bit. Well, speaking of, I gotta get the Microsoft protection plan on that. I'll do that soon. But anyways, anything else you guys want to talk about in terms of the great journey update?
I don't think so. I'm excited that they did it because it's like cool. It's stuff that I've always been a fan of. Is like Elite and Senki Elite kind of stuff. So,
Yep.
I was really excited for that. But
yeah, their skins always look so cool, man.
Yes.
Yeah,
So cool.
The friggin' art team for this game has been killing it. Like,
Indeed.
I'm trying to think like what I'm excited for the future. Like, what closest like update do we have? I guess
with Infinite.
Yeah.
I mean, this operation ends in 20 days. And then the next operation, I think we have the name for it, but I can't remember. It's probably going to be a Christmassy one.
Oh yeah, probably.
20 days leads it pretty firmly into beginning.
Yeah,
of
they'll
December.
probably start going to the holiday because they won't really do much during the end of December, if I had to guess.
Yeah,
because that's kind of when the studio starts winding down for the year.
True.
Yeah.
Okay.
We technically have one question. For those watching, I put this thread up really late, but I should have put it up earlier. But I think we're gonna do this for future episodes too. It's the simplest thing is just make a thread specifically for the episode in the Halo channel on the Discord. You can post our questions there. They're immediately right there. I asked today at 5 p.m. So I got one question by Dead Nerve. What do you think about making Delta Arena a permanent playlist or something similar to a classic playlist? I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer. Like it should just stay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially with like the master composer-ish that they have.
As long as you can get games, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you can get games, and that is what they look at too. Is that's how they cycle out old playlists. It's just like, oh, there's only like 100 people playing this.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I would ask questions on that forum. You don't miss it from
Mort. All right, Mort. All right. You know what? You're right. Before we used to post on the forum, we used to get questions, answers. I should switch back to doing that. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. All right.
But the whole reason why we have a Discord is because no one uses forums anymore,
except for the dedicated crowd that still uses the forum.
Yeah, it's surprising. It's like when I first joined this team, and like So I'm the reason why there is a
Discord.
XboxEra Discord
Yeah.
now, a public one, and because I was like, no one uses everyone new now uses Discord for community stuff. Like no one does forums anymore. They're kind of dying a bit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that was a fun day. Yeah, I use Era still a little bit. I can reset Era. Either way, I'll post on the forum too. We'll be back in 2 weeks, most likely. Probably with a guest. I kind of want to get Rock on Twitter.
I was gonna say 2 weeks. That
Is that Thanksgiving? That might be
27th.
Thanksgiving. That is
That's the
Thanksgiving.
day before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that might be pushing. That might be possible.
Yeah, because I have to probably make some stuff. So yeah,
Yeah.
I probably want to do that.
And 3 weeks would be a day after the new operation drops.
Yeah, that's a good idea. It gives us time to play and stuff too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So see you in 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be
unless
good.
some major Halo news drops in the coming days, like get going multi-platform or something, you can expect to see us in 3 weeks. God, please. I'm trying to like will it into existence, man. Like
All right.
Thank you everyone for watching. And we hope you have a great rest of your day.
Bye.
Bye.